Wow, what a beautiful garden. Hey, you're the Gulf Coast gardener, right? Zach?
Yes, I am the Gulf Coast gardener.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions while you work?
Yeah, not at all.
All right, first question. Where exactly are we gardening today?
We're here in Mobile, Alabama.
And what USDA zone are we in here on the Gulf Coast?
Yeah, so we used to be an 8B until about 2 years ago. They changed us over to zone 9A.
How long have you been gardening?
Oh, I've been gardening since I could walk, honestly. But at this particular house, I've been gardening since about 2019 or so. We moved in 2018, but I didn't really start gardening until a few years afterwards.
What first got you into gardening?
My grandmother always gardened. My father kept a vegetable garden. And it was just something I'm naturally attracted to. Even as a kid, I would spend all my extra money buying plant seeds, buying plants, all those things. It's just something that's always captivated me.
Do you remember the plant that made you fall in love with it?
I remember the first plant I owned, and I had gotten a steroid shot because of a poison ivy breakout because I was pilfering through the woods. And my grandmother and twin brother brought me home a purple chrysanthemum. And that was the first plant I owned, and I took great care of it.
How would you describe your garden style?
Naturalistic cottage.
Cottage garden or formal garden?
Ooh, cottage.
Favorite gardening month?
Ooh. May.
Favorite season in the garden?
Spring.
Sunrise gardening or sunset gardening?
Sunset gardening.
What's the very first plant you ever remember growing?
From seed, I remember first growing a cherry tomato that I had tried to feed a snapping turtle. I was probably 8 years old.
Did you grow up around gardens?
I did. Country gardens, not ornamental fancy gardens, but yes, I did grow up around vegetable gardening.
What's the biggest thing gardening has taught you?
Patience.
Favorite rose in your garden?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. I have 50 of them. I'd have to say the Evelyn.
Favorite perennial?
It's also a difficult question. There's so many good ones. I really do love the pineapple lily.
Favorite shrub?
Camellia.
Favorite tree?
Magnolia.
Favorite native plant for the Gulf Coast?
Stokes aster.
Favorite fragrant plant?
Daffodils are nice, but I'd have to say gardenias.
Favorite foliage plant?
Coleus.
Favorite flower color in the garden?
Ooh, I love the blues, the horticultural blues, purples, but I have recently been getting into the apricots as well.
What's a plant you think is overrated?
Limelight hydrangeas.
What's a plant you think deserves more attention?
Honestly, the Stokes aster.
What's a plant that makes a garden look expensive?
Definitely a topiaried evergreen.
What's a plant that's easier than people think?
Roses.
Now, gardening on the Gulf Coast is its own experience. What's the hardest thing about gardening here?
Our sandy soil and high heat and high humidity. So we get a lot of rain and it stays wet, but the soil doesn't hold any nutrition or moisture.
What's the best thing about gardening here?
We can garden for 246 days. It's a very long growing season.
What's a plant that thrives in Mobile that surprises people?
I would say definitely camellias.
What's a plant you wish would grow better here?
Oh, definitely fruit trees and vegetables and things like that. Once it gets too hot, they just don't produce. And with the fruit trees, we don't get enough cool hours for them to flower.
What's your secret weapon for summer heat?
Oh, drip irrigation.
What's the biggest problem in your garden?
Lack of nutrition. A soil pH of 4.
What's your biggest pest problem in your garden?
Leaf hoppers and stink bugs.
What's your most annoying garden pest?
The Japanese beetle.
How do you deal with humidity and plant disease?
I try to avoid it as best as I can with organic sprays. And then after that, I cut away diseased foliage.
What's the most drought tolerant plant you grow?
The Mediterranean imports like the lavender and the rosemary. And then some of the portulaca, things like that.
Most heat tolerant rose you grow?
The Astacia vi, it's been a pleasant surprise.
What's one plant everyone on the Gulf Coast should grow?
Gotta grow magnolia. They're native here, they're beautiful, they're stunning, and there's plenty of cultivars that stay a lot smaller. So I would definitely recommend a magnolia.
What's the first thing you planted here?
Turn around right there. That is a Blue Point juniper. I planted it our first Christmas here. We bought the house in December of 2018, and that went in Christmas Day 2018.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
About how many garden beds do you have now?
Well, let's count them. We got the front entry beds, 1, 2. We have our conifer beds, 3, 4. We have the main bed here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 beds.
What's your favorite garden area that you've designed?
My garden is still a work in progress. I'm most happy right now with my front English border, even though it's asleep.
What inspired your woodland garden?
The trees that came with the home. I have 5 giant laurel oaks that cast complete shade over my garden.
What exactly is your fairy garden?
My fairy garden is where I put a lot of my whimsical garden art, and then I put plants that I think fairies would enjoy living in.
What's your favorite Japanese maple that you grow?
The Jubilee,
What's your favorite shade plant?
the heuchera.
What's blooming in the garden right now?
Well, this is blooming in the garden right now. I'm trying to work this little pansy in.
What's a plant that you regret planting?
I planted mint in the ground one time, which was a silly mistake.
What's a plant you want to add this year?
Cleome or spider flower. It's supposed to have a very beautiful look. I planted it last year, but the leaf hoppers attacked it pretty quickly.
What plant has surprised you the most in this garden?
These are Poliocarpus, and I was unfamiliar with this plant when I moved in, but it is a conifer. This one particularly, if you move right over here, when I moved in, it was a dead nothing. All this was here, and it's just had one twig, and I've trained it up, and it's done just so beautifully. Its big brother is right over there, and it's huge. So loving the Poliocarpus.
What's the most dramatic plant you grow?
The Sansevieria plant.
Coffee or tea while gardening?
Ice water.
Gloves or bare hands?
Bare hands.
Favorite gardening tool?
The Hori Hori.
Hand pruners you swear by?
The Falcos.
Compost or fertilizer?
Both.
Seeds or nursery plants?
Both.
Favorite garden chore?
Deadheading.
What's something you always forget to do in the garden? What's your favorite garden memory?
It would have to be when we moved into our Camden house. I was 8 years old, and my grandmother Barbara brought over an Althea tree for us to plant, and it was a great time in the late summer, mid-August.
If you were a plant, what plant would you be?
A magnolia.
If you could garden anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Right here on the Gulf Coast.
Dream garden you'd love to visit?
Sissinghurst in England.
A plant that reminds you of childhood?
Rose of Sharon, Althea.
What does gardening mean to you?
Gardening to me is a necessity to live a meaningful life. And that's not the case for everyone, but it definitely is for me.
All right, now we're down to the last 2 questions.
Oh, well, let me go ahead and take you back to the front gate. Come on.
Okay. What is one tip for new gardeners?
The flashiest plant isn't always the best plant.
And finally, what's next for the Gulf Coast Gardener?
Ooh, what's next for me? Next, we're going to be making a beautiful espaliered pear tree bed. It's been on my list for years. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you follow my YouTube channel so that you can check that out. Now, I want you to take this home so you can remember my garden. Change out the water every 2 to 3 days. I use RO water to keep them extra fresh.
Thanks, and I'll let you get back to your watering now. Thanks for letting me ask you some questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.